All right, so this is my first time recording a YouTube video about trading. As a kid, I kind of made a bunch of videos with my siblings and things like that, just messing around. But I kind of started, as you get older, getting into new habits and new things, and I started trading, and it became something that was super important to me, especially these past few months, getting deeper into it, educating myself, and kind of just furthering my understanding about it. And I wanted to make an account not really for the purpose of educating like a whole bunch of other people, which is will be part of it, but more to keep myself accountable to follow up with trades. But also, if people find this account, great. If they don't, it's fine. But if you do, hopefully, whatever I talk about can be helpful in your trading journey, as well as just kind of see insight into mine, so I can hold myself accountable while trading. So I have a couple of things in here that I wanted to look at for the first video. First thing, trading journey. So I just started about 6 months ago or so. I've had a different journey, right, up and down, kind of how all traders start out with. I've had let's see, I've been funded once, passed one eval, and failed about three. I spent about 3 months paper trading, and just kind of trying to perfect my habits and get better at things. And I'm seeing progress, and then you see drawbacks. It's the same as any new skill, right? It just takes a long time to develop. But my trading journey has been about 6 months up to this point. And I've done a lot, right? Paper traded for 3 months, which is the expectation, really, that you should be doing that. Read for a while. I've read a bunch of books. I have a couple of them down here, right? Reminiscence of a Stock Operator, Breakout Trading, Technical Analysis Masterclass, How to Day Trade for a Living. This is the best one to me. Very helpful book. But yeah, I mean, I'm about 6 months in right now. Starting up my eval again next week. I had a bad eval this past one, so decided to take a couple of days off, start this channel. But yeah, eval starting next Monday, which brings me to my next thing, right? I started 6 months ago. I'm, working through it right now, still doing the best I can. And what I did to start trading, right? Started reading. That's one of the first things I did to start trading. This video is more going to be about, right, my introduction, but also kind of like what you can do to start trading if you want to. First thing I did was just find someone that you know is helpful, like a mentor or someone you know, or someone just on YouTube that can be helpful to you. And it kind of gets your brain going, right? And then instead of just hopping directly looking at a chart, I kind of spent some time reading to develop my own understanding of it, because things can be a little bit difficult, as like just as beneficial it is to hear from someone else online. It can also be a little bit difficult to do that as well, just because you don't know this person, so you don't know typically trust them or how it's going to work out, right? You're just kind of seeing it through a screen instead of reading it with your own eyes through a book, is how I looked at it. So that's why I decided, maybe I should start reading a little bit to be a little bit helpful. So I read and then kind of went through and started doing my own little thing with trading. Started doing paper trading. Sorry if you can hear that sound. I have things set on trading view. Goals for the future. I'm really just looking forward to getting my first payout in the next 3 months or so. I think that's a reasonable time to set my first payout, and then as soon as I get my first payout, start stacking. But really, you can set plans for the super far future, right? But you're not going to hit those milestones unless you set smaller milestones that you want to hit before you get to that point. So really, my first milestone right now, get a payout. That's all, honestly. But whether it's a $500 payout and $1,000 payout, it doesn't matter to me. I'm really looking forward to just sticking to my plan and reaching that payout, so I can find some more faith in myself that I'll be successful doing this. And then platforms wise, when it comes to actually trading the market, I use Top Step for the most part, and then this is a pretty common stack that people use, and there's a reason for it, right? Top Step has great trading rules and trading view, easy charts to access and look at, right? So just makes it easy to kind of do with that stack, but feel free to use anything else. I know a bunch of my friends that use Apex, Goat, right? A lot of people use Top Step, but then TradingView, there's a whole bunch of other charts you can use, but I would recommend definitely TradingView. And then when you get to the point where you start actually trading, right, and doing evals, I will kind of gauge it on your own to figure out what you think is best for you, right? Because Top Step's not going to be the best for everybody, but it is the best for myself. So as far as that goes, that's kind of how I wanted this first video to kind of to play out, right? But some things I have that I'm looking forward to doing. I have some video sets set up that I'm going to post in the next couple of days, hopefully. That kind of just explains my strategy, what I do to trade, as well as doing a little bit of back testing, which I don't think back testing is the best thing in the world. I think actually just getting experience in the market is more beneficial, but I'll do a little bit of back testing just to see and show you guys my strategy. But my next video is going to be that, and then on Monday I will start the daily uploads where I'm recording myself trading the actual market in Top Step on my evals, and then I'll be posting those to YouTube as well to hold myself accountable, right? And then before I do that, there should be another video coming out about my rules and expectations when trading. So I'll have that stuff come out as well. But yeah, just honestly, first video just to get myself started, kind of explain my purpose of posting, right? If you find some benefit in listening to me talk about it, that's amazing. If not, I'm just doing this again as a way to track myself and track my growth. So one day where I can look back at this and be like, this is why I did this. Or I can have a bad day trading where I freak out and do things I'm not supposed to. I can look back and say, this is where I went wrong, right? I shouldn't have had this happen. I'm going to do differently moving forward. So, of course, if you want to interact with me through this, perfect. Leave a comment. Anything else I'm thinking about having a Discord start from this, hopefully eventually, right, where I can help some other people do these things, not like in a course way. I'm a big advocate for like selling a course really, but I am a big advocate of helping others if they need it, as well as accepting help. If you have anything you want to tell me or help me out with, I would love to hear it. But yeah, this is just kind of my intro into what I'll be doing. But I will see you guys in the next couple of days when I post about my strategy, kind of how I evaluate the market. And then Monday starting next week, there should be an upload in the morning about how my trading day went. So thank you guys for watching. And if you have questions, put them in the comments. If you have anything you want to say, put in the comments. I'm happy to interact with anybody and help you out or receive any help if you want to give it to me as well. So thank you, and I'll see you guys in a couple of days.